What's up, everyone? Welcome to the November 5th edition of DraftKings Tournament Plays, brought to you by BetMGM. I'm your host, Adam Scherer. You can follow me on Twitter at ShipMyMoney DFS. And we have a 7-game NBA slate to take a look at tonight. So we're going to look at 5 of the top tournament options using the Boom Bust tool on the Stokastic.com website. But first, we do have an offer from BetMGM. Click the link in the description below, sign up and make an account with BetMGM, deposit, place a real money wager, and receive a free bet up to $1,000 in addition to 2 free months of Stokastic Plus Platinum. Click that link below. Take advantage. Now, looking at the top 5 tournament options, number 5, Trae Young, projected for 14% ownership with a 15% chance of being in the optimal lineup. Young is listed as questionable for tonight's game, but he did return to action after leaving with an injury last time out. So my assumption for now is that he is going to play. So far this year, Young has averaged 1.36 DraftKings points per minute and typically plays around 35 minutes per game. He is a $10,200 point guard option on DraftKings. Number 4, sticking with the Atlanta Hawks, John Collins, $6,200, averaging 0.97 DraftKings points per minute this season. His usage rate is down to about 17%, which makes some sense given that the Hawks added DeJounte Murray in the offseason. But that being said, it is likely that Collins sees at least a little bit of an uptick in usage moving forward, given that he is a relatively efficient scoring option and that he has always had higher usage rates in the past. Either way, he's averaging just shy of a fantasy point per minute this season. He's projected for 15% ownership with a 17% chance of being in the optimal lineup. Number 3, Derek White, projected for 17% ownership with an 18% chance of being in the optimal lineup. He has point guard and shooting guard eligibility at just $4,300. White has not been a very strong fantasy producer this season, averaging just 3/4 of a fantasy point per minute. But Al Horford is out tonight for the Celtics, so there are more minutes to go around for several players, including Derek White. Another one of those players is Malcolm Brogdon, who comes in at number 2. He is projected for 23% ownership with a 27% chance of being in the optimal lineup. Brogdon is just $4,600 with point guard and shooting guard eligibility. Unlike his teammate Derek White, Brogdon has actually been a good point per minute fantasy producer this year, averaging 1.04 DraftKings points per minute. The issue for Brogdon has been that his playing time is inconsistent, but the absence of Horford does open up additional minutes for Brogdon as he can play multiple positions. Most guys on the Celtics can. So even though Horford is not a guard, there are minutes available now for Brogdon. And number 1, Kevin Durant, second half of a back-to-back, but once again playing without Kyrie Irving. Durant is projected for 31% ownership with a 31% chance of being in the optimal lineup. He is small forward only at $10,600, but Durant has averaged 1.5 DraftKings points per minute without Kyrie Irving on the floor this season. Ben Simmons remains out as well. So in addition to the usage that Durant picks up when Irving is out and the assist opportunities, he also picks up additional assist opportunities with Ben Simmons out. So to recap, the top 5 tournament options on DraftKings: number 5, Trae Young; number 4, John Collins; number 3, Derek White; number 2, Malcolm Brogdon; and number 1, Kevin Durant.